Boogeyman band coming round the bend is Boogeyman band. Is Boogeyman
Greetings,
band.
fellow Fright Fiends. Thanks so much for stopping by the Horror Zone channel. I hope everyone's doing well. This is a Friday the 13th video. This is going to be talking about several subjects regarding Friday the 13th, my favorite horror film franchise of all time. I first want to put it out there that I am going to be going to the Friday the 13th 45th anniversary convention, which is going to be held at the Los Angeles Airport Hilton, and that is going to be taking place on August the 8th through the 10th, so it's coming up in less than 2 weeks. I'm recording this on July 31st, but yeah, there's going to be some amazing people in attendance, and my buddy John Russell and I are going to be driving down there on the 8th. I'll be there the 8th and 9th. Been looking forward to this. There have been some shakeups. I've seen some guests drop off the list, so I'm a little nervous about everybody I've been looking forward to seeing showing up. There's already been one that is no longer on the roster, and I've heard some rumblings as to why, but I don't want to speculate right now, so I'm just going to say I did notice that there's a few people that are no longer in attendance. But just right off the bat, like Robbie Morgan, who played Annie in the original Friday the 13th, is going to be there, and I've always wanted to meet her. Also from Friday the 13th Part 2, you have Kristen Baker, who played Terry. You also have Lauren Marie Taylor, who played Vicky. She's just been announced as of today. From Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, Melanie Kinnaman is going to be there, who played Pam. Miguel Nunez Jr., who played Demon. The one that dropped that's no longer on the roster that I've noticed is Tiffany Helm, who played Violet in Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. She's not going to be there, so that's a big bummer for me, because although autographed, I donated to one of her charities back in 2017. She had an animal charity that I donated to, and she sent me an autographed picture, and I do have that, but I wanted her to sign my Crystal Lake Memories book, which I take to meet all Friday the 13th alumni. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting a lot of these people. I'm just trying to save up my money because it's going to be expensive, but like I said, my buddy John and I are going down there together. So I'm going to be filming at this con. I'm really excited to be there and just get away from the day-to-day. It's been an arduous summer. It hasn't been fun, and I just want to do some fun, normal things that takes my mind away from work, because work has been very, very demanding. Moving on from that, I do want to talk about the Jason Universe and some of the announcements that came out last week at the San Diego Comic-Con, because they had their panel on the 25th. And there's some stuff I'd like to talk about. I know it's been talked to death, and that's why I kind of thought I'd put both of these subjects together, the con that's coming up and then what was mentioned at the Jason Universe panel. Now, I have been a Friday the 13th fan for as long as I can remember. I started watching these films when I was very, very young. The first one I saw in the theater was Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. I saw that when I was 10 going on 11 years old. It was the only Friday the 13th movie I saw in the theater twice. And yeah, it still holds a very special place in my heart. But I also watched Final Chapter like a week before seeing Part 5 for the first time. So this is going back to March of 1985. And yeah, I just, before that, I loved Part 3. I remember watching that at my grandparents', and it scared the crap out of me. It remains my favorite horror icon. There's been some exciting stuff that came out of the Jason Universe panel at San Diego Comic-Con. One of them is that, you know, they are filming Crystal Lake, or they're calling it Mama's Boy, which is the working title for the Crystal Lake television series. And in fact, they are going to be shooting in Blairstown, where the original Friday the 13th was shot. There was an article that was posted as Main Street in Blairstown will be closed to vehicle and pedestrian traffic on Monday, August 11th to accommodate filming of Mama's Boy, the working title for the upcoming Friday the 13th prequel series, Crystal Lake. The closure will be in effect from approximately 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. according to the public notice from the township officials. Portions of Bridge Street will also experience intermittent closure throughout the day. The filming project, publicly listed under the codename Mama's Boy, is part of Crystal Lake, an 8-episode streaming series produced by A24 for Peacock that serves as a prequel to the original 1980 Friday the 13th film. Production began in New Jersey in June, with Warren County confirmed as one of the filming locations. Crews are expected to shoot in multiple episodes across the state, including iconic spots from the original film, such as Camp Novi Bosco and Hardwick Township, along with locations in Blairstown and Hope. The series stars Linda Cardellini as Pamela Voorhees and is directed by Michael Lennox. Set years before the infamous Crystal Lake killings, the series is expected to explore Pamela's life as a struggling single mother before her descent into violence. With regards to the San Diego Comic-Con panel, Robert Barsamian from Horror Inc. was on hand at the Jason Universe panel, and he said that, you know, that they are listening to fans and taking opinions into account. That's saying after 45 years they want another 45 years of Jason, and that people just need to be patient with what they're doing. He said a new movie and a game are coming from the Jason universe, but didn't go into any more specifics than that. There was also a first look at Sweet Revenge, described as kind of a short form vignette that will serve as a centerpiece for the franchise's bold 45th anniversary campaign. It marks the official return of Jason Voorhees from the first time in many years. And this is an Angry Orchard sponsored vignette, and it's directed by Mike P. Nelson, who did the Wrong Turn remake, which came out in 2021. And he's also wrapped up production on the Cineverse and Bloody Disgusting Silent Night, Deadly Night reboot, which is going to be starring Rowan Campbell from who played Corey Cunningham in Halloween Ends. So a lot of the stuff that's been online that people are, you know, either hot or cold, designed for the Jason mask that Greg Nicotero did. And I'm curious to see what this Crystal Lake series is going to be like. I think there's, you know, like I said, I love Linda Cardellini. I've been a fan of hers for a long time. The Sweet Revenge trailer I watched, and but while it was, there are moments where you see people drinking what looks to be Angry Orchard in it. I did think the look of Jason looked pretty promising. I did think the mask looked better on the actor playing Jason. I'll put his name here if I can find it, but I thought he looked great. I thought the mask actually looked good on him. By itself, though, I do think the eye holes are a little too big. I prefer just the original iconic, you know, hockey mask. Just as a Friday the 13th fan for as many years as I have been, this is the mask. Some of the characteristics of the new mask do remind me of the way the mask looked in Jason X before he became Uber Jason, of course. But and that mask didn't bother me, but the eye holes have always been about the same because you don't want to see his eyes. I mean, this is the iconic look for Jason, and this is what I'm always going to love. I'm not saying that I hate the new mask design. I know a lot of people don't really care for it. But, you know, it's like, I guess I just have to see it utilized more. I don't think they needed to redesign it. Jason, it's almost like giving Freddy a different color sweater. The glove, the sweater, the fedora, that is what's iconic with Freddy, and the machete and the hockey mask are what is iconic with Jason. And I don't think they needed to change anything. Why change something that's already perfect, that's worked for decades? Yeah, I don't know why they needed to redesign it, but I have nothing but respect for Greg Nicotero. I always give everything a chance, but a series and this, you know, Angry Orchard sponsored short that's coming out on August 13th. It's going to run 13 minutes. We'll just have to wait and see what it's all about. I will cover it here on the channel. I will talk about it once it drops, and I'll watch it and give my thoughts on it. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the Jason universe. Let me know if you guys are going to be attending Crystal Lake Nightmares. I would love to come across people that watch this channel that are fans of what I do here. It really means a lot to me. And as always, thanks so much for stopping by the Horror Zone channel. I hope everyone's doing well. Talk to you again real soon. Take it easy. Stay scared as always.